Welcome to the top 3 finance stories you missed. Today is April 30th, Friday, April 30th, actually. And we have 3 different stories that are very different. We're going to start off with Tesla and China. We'll talk about the Democrats and Republicans actually coming together to do something. Surprising, I know. And then we'll go into a chicken shortage. Yes, there are actually restaurants running out of chicken, including Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Popeyes. Everywhere is running out of chicken. We'll see what happens. All right, let's jump right in. Remember, this is Money Isn't Hard, the YouTube channel where I just talk about all things finance, and every day I try to find 3 articles that have to do with finance to keep you up to date so you know what's going on in the world, especially in the United States. All right, here we go. And the first article is about how Tesla is really getting pressured pretty hard by the Chinese government. I think this is a great photo right here. So let's talk a little bit about why this matters a lot and why this is really a big deal. So Tesla has been turning a profit. Last quarter they did great. They had a lot of money, but there was 2 reasons why they made a lot of money. One was China, one was Bitcoin. Yes, they sold off some of their Bitcoin and they made about $100 million from that sale. I believe it was $100 million. Don't quote me on that. However, what was really driving their growth was the 30,000 cars they sell a week in China. However, recently there's been some issues. I'm sure you've probably heard of it, of a Chinese owner that went into an event that Tesla was hosting in China and got on top of a table and started screaming and shouting. And then a few days later, all of a sudden, Tesla cars were all being pulled off the highway and being put into one, little lane on the side, and they were all being stopped by the police. Little odd. Well, it may be a little bit more than that, right? So here's the guy I was just talking about. He was jumping on top of a red Model 3 in protest, screaming about Tesla. He was carried away by security. Now here it is. Here it is. These newspapers, right, People's Daily, is a government person. That's what it is. It's run by the government. So all of a sudden, in all of these newspapers and magazines, there are articles, and they're starting to badmouth Tesla or show that there's some issues with Tesla. They're not outright saying that they're bad, but it's starting to get there. Some of the commentators are saying that Tesla hasn't paid their taxes, they're not good. And I gotta say, there was a quote here, and this lady, she says, several commenters have recommended kicking Tesla out like Google. Interesting, especially since Tesla just built that huge factory there. So what is going on? Well, just like we said, Beijing can turn the dial up, can turn the dial down if they're not happy. Right now, they are turning that dial up. And I don't think we're going to see it stop. Oh, earlier I said 30,000 units a week. It's actually 30,000 cars in a month. But this is a big deal, right? And right down here is where we were talking about. Wall Street wants to know how the company will continue to make a profit after that. For the company, winning China has to be part of the equation. And it's a big deal because the other main way that Tesla makes money is by selling energy credits. And those credits are starting to run out. Those credits are going to go away soon. They're not going to have those credits to sell. So they really need China in order to turn that profit. It's going to be interesting. I really do hope that they're able to keep going. They've had some serious issues. Chinese regulators have met with Tesla. I think that was, just like Lee is saying, is the warning. That was the warning that China is not going to tolerate this bullshit and that it's got to actually be taken care of. Excuse the language. I guess BS isn't the right word, but it's, I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see how this plays out between Beijing and Tesla. I hope that Tesla is able to stay in China. It's a market they really need access to. And, I hope Elon has a plan in place. I'm sure he does. Very smart guy. He knows what he's doing. And love his product. Hopefully he can get China to play along. All right, let's move over to the Senate, which actually just passed a bill. It's actually surprising. It was 89-2 in approval. That's great. I thought that was incredible. That is something that you don't see every day, where 89 of the senators voted for something and only 2 didn't. This is a bill that will put $35 billion into water infrastructure throughout the United States, and that includes pipes as well as the actual pumping stations and stuff like that. So this is great news. I'm glad that the Republicans and Democrats are somewhat getting along. It's nice to see after 4 years of one side refusing to work with the other. So hopefully we can keep this going and make sure that projects are being taken care of. Lastly, let's do the chicken shortage. This is this is actually pretty funny, but on earnings calls this week, Popeyes, KFC, Wingstop, etc., we're all saying how they're running out of chicken. And believe it or not, it's actually true. This is happening a lot. You can see here, stress a dire situation. There's simply not enough chicken to go around. I don't know what's going to happen, but chicken, we eat a lot of chicken in the United States. It's not going to be fun. Suppliers are struggling, just as many in our industry are, to hire people to process chicken, thus placing unexpected pressure on the amount of birds that can be processed and negatively affecting supply of all parts of the chicken in the United States, not just wings. Now, what's really interesting about this is if you think back through the process, it's not like the chickens that you're getting at Wingstop, etc., are from the person that has, 20 in their backyard. These are chicken houses that are on schedules. That, that chicken house, those chickens reach the optimal growth. They're taken out of that house, brought to the factory where they're slaughtered and packaged and distributed out. And if those factories don't have people to process it, that means they can't process as many trucks or as many chicken houses as they were. So a facility that used to be able to process 2 chicken houses worth of chickens in a day can now only do 1. Well, those other chickens are now waiting. So now we have a backup in the process. Now you're having to delay those chickens coming in a chicken house. So once they do get all of them back up, you hope that they have the supply still at the chicken houses and being grown to meet the demand. So it'll be interesting. It could hit, you could have a period where you have the labor to process it, but now you don't have the chickens because you had delayed them over time. So it'll be interesting to see how that's handled. I really want to say thank you guys. I thought these were 3 articles you should know about. Please go ahead and support CNBC, Yahoo, and Fox Business. These are, great organizations that are putting out information. Once again, I am Money Isn't Hard, and I hope you guys have a great day. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you.